out my head. Looks like I'm bald. Alright, so. Let's do this. So, me out, you remember this run, you've already seen this run,
Okay,
you know all this.
Finished? Yeah, I finished.
Nice.
Good job, man!
Such a terrible run.
That guy is always in the way. He's always in the way. So I actually take both of these fights, because of course you do. You don't necessarily need to, but I like taking both of the fights. Like I say, one of the earlier...
regular glitchless runs to...
One of the things in this run that is actually very dangerous very early on in the run is, the two saber-tooth tiger fights that you get into on the way to the crown and the ribbon, and you don't want to have anything to do with those. Now, oh, and I fixed some of my my bests because they were when I was routing it differently, like I'd go straight to Garland, so I was missing out on a couple extra levels, and I didn't have the correct battle skips. So this might still work out correctly. In theory, it might. Whoop. I'm not even walking correctly. I stopped buying, like, the weapon for him there, because you don't really need it. The Fire 2 is still very important, though. As is the heal on the Red Mage. It is just very important to have on hand, so you get it. That was inefficient walking, but whatever. I buy 2 Pures here, because that can be a thing that does wind up kind of coming back to bite you, and you don't want that. Alright, so let's see if I can remember the first steps correctly. Sometimes I don't. We'll find out. Oop. Yeah, did not mean to do that. Okay, so the double there means I'm gonna have to buy more cabins later in the run. It happens. It's fine. One of the big reasons I like doing this is this does effectively give me the right kind of practice for, oh, I don't know, fight. I don't know, you know, maybe an FF2 run or a right proper FF1 run. I take this wolf fight here for the little extra experience because you need it, you need the cash. This gets me to 4. I'll fight a couple of bones right before Garland. That'll get me to 5, and then I fight Garland. That gets me to 6. Pirates get me to 7. You don't fight anything else, really, until you get to Astos. Fight. Not a situation you want to find yourself in. Oh god, it hurts. Because you're not very powerful. Usually you're getting to the grind at 8. Not a fun situation. You tend to not survive those very often. Yeah, my previous best split, I was beating Garland right here. Not correct. I think I wasn't even getting the treasure chest, and I was skipping the fights and going right to Garland. Which is fast, but it does not help for the rest of the run, so you don't want that. So, cool. The 2 fires, ideally 1, but usually both, will kill. There we go. I'm fine with that. That'll work for me. Yeah, that gets you to 6. There will be no more fights on the way for a bit. There's a Mad Pony fight that is really annoying, and so I go out of my way to skip that one because of course I do. Why wouldn't I? I gotta buy more cabins now. That's lame. I did not want to have to buy more cabins. And I buy 3 houses for 3 specific spots where I need to recharge magic on my casters. And I would really prefer to not have to deal with that situation as it comes. Go ahead and buy more Pures just because it's helpful. Nope, 1s. 1, 2, 3. And I get the heal potions now. There are more efficient places to go get the heal potions, like in Elfland, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Elfland, where they're the first slotted items, so it's slightly faster, but then you have to go out of your way to get to that item shop, which is not a commonality, so why would you be spending your time doing that? So that's plenty enough for now. I'm not gonna sweat going about getting any more right this second.
Yeah, it's a...
So anyways, you know this much.
My PB itself is still 10 minutes.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of Discord. So actually, I'm going to pause the timer after this cutscene. I'm gonna pause the timer.
You already have sub 5, Haiku?
Well, now I do.
While I drop out. Okay, so give me a second.
Congrats on first sub 5.
Congratulations,
yo!
man. Thanks.
Also take this opportunity to refill this. I know it's cheating, but this isn't even a category anyway, so it's not like I'm submitting it to anything. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and head out for the night. Congrats to all y'all.
Thanks. I need to go to sleep too. I gotta wake up in a couple hours.
Well, that sounds like fun. Alright, so there's that, and I'm out of that. And I also covered up the chat channel so I couldn't see what was going on. To make it fair, I'm just gonna start that. I'm gonna let it run a couple of seconds because that's fair. The Mad Pony fight is annoying. You don't want anything to do with it, obviously. And then after this is a fight with ogres. They're not bad. They have what, glare or squint or whichever one that one is, which sucks. And then creeps, who can show up with them, have toxic. Again, how was anybody avoiding those in this run? That is not fun. They're just gonna demolish you. And then most every freaking aquatic thing that you could come across in this game has X-Fur, and a lot of them will have access to like the one-hit kill just off of their auto attack. Some of them also have not Scorch. It's a bigger damaging one. So you'll just kind of roll up on enemies and get waylaid by them too. Not a fun situation by any metric. Yeah, my PB on the boat was a hell of a lot faster there too. Probably just inputs and... Oh no, I wasn't buying the heal potions at the time. I moved that to later on in the run, but I moved it to here now. So boat is another split I should probably go ahead and drop back because it is currently inaccurate. And I could go buy tents that are south in that item shop right there, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go this way. Oh shit! I went too high up. Oh, I hate it because doing that sets off the counter slightly. Where am I at? So it's gonna be right here. Nope. I think this is right. We'll find out. Yes. Okay, and there's two here. Great. I'm gonna be two off. No, Cremate, I think, is the not nearly as bad one. I think. I'm not sure. Oh, that sucks. That sucks a lot. I really hate that. I tried to route out not needing the Ice 2. You need the Ice 2. You really do. And for the sake of keeping people alive, as later on in this section, you really do need the Cure 3 as well. Cremate's not bad. Right here. Okay, I'm slowly remembering where the hell it is. Oh, this is the one I accidentally removed, so it's... 1, 2, it's right here. Okay. Whew. This one isn't as bad, it should just be snakes. Oh no, that's a real bad one. That is not one I wanted to have anything to do with. Where am I at? It's 2 off of the... Damn it! Ah, that was it! Ah, that was crap. Yeah, well, I think that sets me off one of these correctly again. And then it comes up... I want to say here. Nope, I was off by 1. Oh, because I took the fight, so instead of the reset, yeah, now technically I'm only off by 1. One of the big reasons why it's really good to make sure I get the step count correct up to this point, is that way I avoid any and all fights in here. And you know... Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? You know as well as I do, you never want to find yourself getting into fights like in here when you don't want to be getting into fights in here. Also, getting those extra levels is what allows me to use warp to get around. I forgot. I made a map listing of all of the encounter skips, and then I completely forgot some of them. Or I forgot to add 2 of them. So here's one. Yes, great. And then here's the other. Okay, so I should be right back on track within reason. We'll see. As, provided I don't take any more stupid steps, which I think I just did. Yep, that was it. And that's one of the ones you want to skip. That's great. Okay, at least they went for physical. I didn't get into anything stupid here. You know what? Honestly, I'll just do this. This is not a brilliant decision. Glare. Glare is the one that they use. Great. Of course it is. And he killed one of the guys that I would use to kill him. Oh, that sucks. Get me out of this fight, please. Please. Thank you. Alright, I have to burn the extra step to go into town to resurrect him. That's dumb. I had been going around and grabbing, Ah, you suck. I had been, actually, I think that puts me 2 behind, doesn't it? Oh, that's kind of crap. Here, I think. Oh no, it's straight on. Well, that sucks. Okay, so I'll just take the net 2 loss, and I'll rework it as we go. I went too far. Shit. Sorry. I practiced this earlier. Not that you can tell. So if I'm off by 2, it's here. Yes? Yes, great. And there's 2 here. Great. Let me see. Here. And then there's 2 here as well. It's weird like that, but that's how it goes. Next one is... I'll walk it. I don't really feel like blowing it. Well, I don't think I'm gonna sub an hour at this point, but hey, we trying, kids. One of the other reasons it's really important to get that step counter right is, again, there's a lot of stuff out there on the water that's going to be messing you up. So the way my step counter is right now, there's like 2 more fights that I'm gonna have to deal with. And then it's smooth sailing pretty much literally. I say pretty much, but, you know, just go with it. Okay, so this sets me up to be able to sail. That's 2 extra steps again. No, Pin, no! Despite the fact that I'm now 4 steps behind, it's not a huge problem. It gets me across the entirety of the sea, so I don't wind up running into enemies that are going to destroy me. And then I have 2 skips to go on the way to Crescent, which if I'm 4 off by now, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's right here. No! Damn it! That was the fight. That was dumb. Okay, so at least there's nothing else going on right here, right now. Good to know. I'm amazing. I'm sorry. But you can see when you don't have to keep running into combat and trying to run from things, how much time you can save. Even with the colossal failures on my part. Let me see. So if I'm 4 off, it is right there. Good news is I don't run into any more fights on the way. That still sucks, though. Can I just run? You want to let somebody get out of here, please? Please? Great. That's great. Alright, so I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to have to Lightning 3. I mean, I don't want to, but it's better than trying to run and then somebody's going to die. Somebody died anyways. Wow! Wow! Oh, that's the last place I saved. I don't know where my step count is anymore. Yeah, no, we're done. Okay, I blew it. That was... I completely blew it. Ah! Crap. Oop. I cannot believe I did that. Oh, butts. It happens. I see, again, this is, I imagine, this is what it's like doing real runs. Sometimes something like that's gonna happen, and all of your run is just toast. Miat, is that accurate? Also, Pin, you posted a link like 4 hours ago. What was it? I didn't catch what it was. Oh, I can't believe it. I cannot believe I did it. It's just... shit. Sorry. You can never get the attack first on these. There's a big glasses guy. Is it me? I thought it was... I don't know, I guess you're right. Did I say Miat? I meant Pin. Pin is the one that posted the link, not you. Sorry. I was meaning to say to you, so this is what it's like playing a Final Fantasy game and speedrunning it, huh? And a speedrun that doesn't involve walking up and down a lot of stairs. Ah, Match Game. Gotcha. It was Charles Nelson Riley. I remember the name now. I think that... I don't think that's faster. It might be faster, I'm not entirely sure. Let's go with just the 10 pure now and the cabins. And let's just go that way. Oh, yes. I mean, I've been there for enough of your runs. I feel I can speak to that. I think I took one step less than I meant to. I might be slightly ahead on steps right now. Yeah, I am. So is it... Yeah, okay. Okay, so that should correct it, actually. Yeah, because if you don't take the extra step on the way out of town, normally I'd take the one extra down, like what I did for the initial farming, and then just kind of just deal with it, I guess. But if I blow the first one, it'll correct it for me. Oh, okay, I got you. Cool, neat. Open the URL. What do you got? You're not going to open it on top of the game for me, are you? No. Ah! That's the man. That is Charles Nelson Riley. You are correct, sir. Thank you much. That is the man, the myth, the legend, the Charles of Nelson Riley. Oh, good, because these guys hit hard. Please don't kill anyone. And I'll take that then. I also toyed around with getting harm for a couple of the spots where you have to deal with the undead, like this fight, and that's pretty much the only fight that the white mage is alive for, so you just don't sweat it. So I don't sweat it. I tried to do some routes where you didn't bother fighting those guys, but then I didn't have enough casts, or any casts, of warp. That's not gonna fly. That doesn't help anybody. Must you paralyze him? God, what a jerk. And 4.5 seconds there. That's RNG in a Final Fantasy game. Ain't nobody gonna sweat that. Can't believe I didn't even get to the freaking airship. Get out of the way! Oh, there's so many bats! Oh. All of the bats. Just all of them forever. Ain't nobody got no time for that. So, what, 2 more rounds? 3 houses. I already have the pures, so I can just buy the cabins, right? 1, 2, 3. I need 10. That actually winds up being, like, perfect on the count for cabins, but I'll get an extra 10 just to play it safe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that sets me up for not most of the run. You need one more section of grabbing those before, go. What up, Airframe? I just took an extra step again. Hey, man. So now I'm 2 off again. I hate everything. Well, I just did a 2 off already, so I'm just gonna have to go by this again. Wait, no? Am I only 1 off? I'm only 1 off. Okay, then. What up, Temple? Hey, guys. How's it going? Well, we're playing some Final Fantasy. This is actually a seeded run from the FF Rando that I watched Meout and Czar and some other guys do a week ago, and it was an awesome run. And I routed it out to see how much faster I could beat it, because I wanted to see if it was possible to even randomize. If it was possible to do a Final Fantasy randomizer run in under an hour. And it is, I just can't seem to execute it because I'm terrible. How are you? Really, the only reason I'm not even coming close to golding this is because I buy those potions, so however much time it takes for me to buy those potions is how long this split's gonna be over. Like that. So, 15 seconds. That's about how long it took to buy those potions. That sounds about right. I'll buy it. Alright, so how far back am I? I'm off by 1, right? Alright, so it's right here now. Yes. Direction doesn't matter. Kirstie Alley on the match game as a contestant? Interesting. Well, that's kind of like how Schwarzenegger was on the dating game once, and I believe he lost. Poor Arnie. What are you gonna do? Then the Cure 3 for the heals. The big heal. I'm still not entirely sure the Cure 3 is necessary, but it's a Cure 3. I get it. Alright, where am I at on the count? Oh, this is the one that's missing. Shoot, it's supposed to be 1 off from there, so this should be correct. Okay, and then 1 off from here. Great, I'm learning! And that sets me up so that I have people with warp, so that I don't have to deal with any weird shenanigans in here. That's kind of the point, except now there's a bat in the way. I don't need that. See, I always wondered, I don't know why I always wondered, because if you think about it, it makes sense. Like, you'll watch Feasel or Geyer or whoever doing FF1, and they're standing there waiting on a bat, and you're like, just walk around it. But you can't. You'll ruin your step count. Now I know. Haha. Science. That's why you don't do that. So it's at the bottom of this corner. Great. Nope, that's TNT. Great, and then 1 off at the edge, right there. Great. And if I could not run into ogres, that would also be great. Which is right here. And then it's 2, yeah, it's 2 up into the woods, so now it's 1 up into the woods. I'm trying to learn it. Oh, there's an extra step again! So that's 2 back, so now I'm 3 off? Where's the 3 off then? Here. Ah, damn it! Oh, that's the actual spot. But it gets me into negatives, now it's plus, now it's only, I'm only 2 over, so I deal with this fight. Okay, great. Step count is interesting. Oh, I'm 2 off. What am I doing? Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and kill him, if I need to. Well, the problem, Airfram, the problem is that with speed hacks, you can hold the B button to dash. So it actually becomes pretty easy to inadvertently... You know what? I'm going to take the fight. I'm going to take the fight. This gets me back on track. And ideally it'll get me an extra level just as a safety buffer. Right? So I will do this. Okay. So I'm back on the count. That's what matters. I need to move my counter up, though. Thank you. Great. Speed hacks means it is a hell of a lot easier for you to accidentally take a step you don't mean to. But that gets me back on track. Is it one down? It is one down. Helps if I get the floater. Thankfully, step doesn't increase here. This is considered a town location, which is good. I mean, normal FF runs, like with no reset, no reset runs is a thing? Yeah, fixing the steps, you're like, oh, thank goodness. Wrong person. Oh, it's way up there. I know this. So it's right here. It's like, oh no. Yeah, because the moment you're off by one, you're like, oh no, what did I do? It's annoying, but... yeah, no, they did. They also did that to ensure that they got the War Mech fight. You're skipping troublesome fights or annoying fights that just aren't worth the effort. And you can't skip encounters in dungeons. Like, you can in FF2 and 3 by using potions. You cannot do that in FF1. You cannot advance the step counter into this one by downing a potion. It's not a thing, sadly. Which is moderately annoying, but it's how the game goes. Yeah, see, this is closer to how it looks like it should be. And I have an extra level, so... Oh darn, what a shame. Good old War Mech. No good old War Mech. Ain't nobody got no time for that guy. Right here. And this is the first house, which recovers my warps. Now, I don't get into any fights onto the way of the airship. And that's fine, because you don't want that. This should be right. I think this is right. Oh, it's always 2 up! Why is it always 2 up? It felt right, game! Your butts. I think my Astos split is another wrong one, because there's no way that I got the rod and the crown and the ribbon and dealt with the 2 fights. I guess maybe if I was running from the fights and then also went right to Astos and immediately had them casting on him? But that doesn't seem right. That's, Wait, I'm 2 back again. What the hell? I actually think that I don't need to fight this guy, but I'm gonna anyways. Again, just a little extra buffer. I'm 2 off again. I don't know where I lost the 2 steps. That's weird. Alright, so I'm gonna get a fight right before you turn left in this section. Alright, so level 8's good here. Astos will get me to 9. I don't have a problem with that. Right here. Yep. I'm gonna run from this one. Don't really feel like dealing with it. Okay, so this gets me the crown, and the ribbon. You foresee shenanigans. Good man, good man. And you immediately equip the ribbon. Oops. So that, you immediately equip the ribbon so that the fight with Astos is the one that gets you to level 9, so it immediately frees up your defense on the black belt. Yeah, see, I'm thinking I had to have had immediate runs from those fights and immediate casters going off on Astos for this split. So, I mean, hey, cool. And I used the rest of the warps there, otherwise I would be using Ice 3 to make this go quicker, but it's whatever. He's dead. Yeah, like that. I must have had the immediate runs on the fights to save 30 seconds. Oh, what am I doing? Warp, please. So now we visit Matoya, I mean, you guys know this chain. If you don't, you have to get the crown, which is normally deep inside the marsh cave and is guarded by wizards. You get the crown, you take it to Astos, who says, "Huzzah! I'm actually an evil son of a gun who wants this crown for reasons." And then you fight him, and you beat him up, and you get this crystal ball that, for some odd reason, he stole from a Toya that lets her see, and she's so overjoyed to get her sight back that she gives you a powerful herb, which you then go down here and give to the King of Elfland to awaken him up from a magical slumber that he was put under. I don't know who put him under this sleep. I assume it was Astos because he's a jerk. I don't know. I think it was Astos. Oh yeah, this is... No, I do have another... Oh, because the extra level gets him to 3. Right, okay, so there's that. I believe... Oh, this is the... is this the heal? No, this is the just go right to it and use a house. Okay. I was gonna say this is the second house usage. I don't know why I wasn't remembering that. So we go for the slab. There are a lot of damage tiles, and there are a couple of fights that I wind up getting into on the way down there. Nothing major, and all these damage tiles are the reason that I have that heal 2 on the white mage, because after all of this, I would prefer it if I didn't immediately just die in a couple of those fights. Yes, Temple needs the herb, ha ha ha. Like this one. Which, honestly, there's not a huge problem with going ahead and fighting this guy. There's this, and then I fight some ogres. The ogres suck. Oh, and I forgot I was supposed to swap around the order of the party so that the one guy I'm down here to grind up isn't getting destroyed. Okay, she got the heal off. I always assumed that the white mage was a girl. Is that mean of me? I mean, they're supposed to be genderless, I know. Alright, while I'm at it. You are officially the least important because I have potions, and then you... That's actually the wrong order. Oh, because normally I had the black mage up top. She can at least keep people alive. Here's the next fight. Here's the ogres. And you can run from these guys, but they're all jerks, and that rarely frickin' happens. So, this is the Black Mage's last hurrah. He goes out throwing that as much as he can. And then he honestly kind of does the same, and he just fights him. The reason that the ogres are annoying is because they can stun, which, can still, for some odd reason, just seems to want to land on the black belt, and I don't want that. It's undead, it's a white mage. Does that mean eventually she'll die and her bones will be made into a sword that you have to fight a griffin to get? Oh, right, I'd actually, I am supposed to have the white mage up front right now, because she is the one... I keep saying she, I just assumed it was always a girl. I don't know why, I just did. Doesn't look particularly girlish, but hey, whatever. Oh shit! I was supposed to. Oh no! I'm off by. I'm off on the count. This might wipe out the run right here, unless he gets away. Nope, that's it. Okay. That happens, and then there's going to be 2 immediate fights right out of the gate that I have to step count past. I've done this before, sadly. It happens. I've been there, it happens. This is usually what winds up costing this section of the run. Because, yeah, again, you're not supposed to be here in the 8 to 10 range. That's not a situation you should be in. Here I am in the 8 to 10 range. And this is why I keep having runs that don't get past the, once again, this is the... I'm supposed to be swapping people out. I can't believe that I forgot that the step count, which was off by 1, which means I'm not going to be able to get to the lava, whatever, the group AoE damage that you take. I completely forgot about that part. And also, I need to not be AoE healing, just heal him. And then also maybe the red mage, because it's good to get the red mage up a little bit, and his AoE is what will help you kill the first couple of Agamas. And then from 14 on is where you're going to have the most success with the black belt doing the damage. But everybody else is up front, and if he chooses to attack, it will most likely be somebody that isn't the black belt who is also powered up. Why did I use fire too? Except he'll go for him anyways. His attacks are rare, but they can paralyze, and that's crap, and you don't want that. But everybody else is going to go ahead and be burning their attacks, and hopefully he is going to be systematically picking off everybody else. Or he'll use that. But at least it won't... There's a real small chance that he will successfully land any sort of attack or ability or whatever on the black belt because he has the ribbon equipped. And what I had been toying around with for a bit was trying to pick a fight with those ogres that I got into prematurely, and have them pick off everybody except the red mage and the black mage, and then have them do a little bit of the grinding. That's what 14 is. And then finish off the grind with the black belt. I just kept forgetting to because reasons. I don't know. You're the reason I killed him. But really, he's the black belt at he's gonna start doing 40 damage, but these Agamas have 400 something. Not a fun situation. You're really going to have a caster slinging spells to be able to get it done. At 14 is when he starts doing about 100, so it's 4 turns, but this guy uses slow, dark, blind, he'll try to paralyze, sleep. There's a lot of stuff that he'll be trying to do that is not going to land. So, if he does attack you, it's going to hurt, but at 14 you have enough life that you'll be able to take a couple of hits, and I'm going to want to save... I'm going to want to save whatever spells he has left to be casting on the Agama. And then just hope he eventually decides to start hitting him. See, like right now I'm hitting close to 100. And this is the reason that I had been toying around with getting the silver sword for the red mage. But it's really only for like 3 or 4 fights, and in the same amount of time I could just drop fire 2s. And then the black belt can kind of carry himself. I would say yes. I mean, this is a seeded run that I routed out to see if I can sub an hour on it. It just hasn't been working out too great for me. Boy, this Agama is not cooperating in terms of that. Thank you for doing that. So now this is the part where it gets slightly hairy, because my damage is not great, but he has a lot of turn wasters, like sleep, like blind, slow, whatever. He can paralyze with his attacks, but that's if he decides to attack, and then you have to go through a bunch of other turn wasters, like that, for him to then eventually get back to doing real damage against you. And it's not very common, but it can happen. It's just not great. And so for the start of this, it's really good to get some heals off like that, and to make this faster, I do that. And also when I go to do the healing, resurrection on a party member, oh, I guess 13 is when I start doing appreciative damage. Okay. No, it's still low. Because I was right on the initial, 14 and up, go with 14 and up. Because sometimes he can cast fast on himself, and then if he attacks you, you could just get destroyed right there. So really, yeah, this is any percent. That's really all it is that I'm trying to say. From here out, the fights get easier. I should have healed prior to this, on the off chance that one of those weird attacks that he can throw out there, one of his turn wasters, somehow gets through the ribbon. It is tremendously small of a chance, but there is a chance, and it sucks. And you really don't want it. I mean, it's seeded, so this is a gimmick category, right? This seed was done in a randomizer race, and it was awesome. And one of the guys in the race beat this one in an hour 14, and I've rounded it out to the point where sub-hour is feasible. I'm probably not going to pull it off here. I don't know. We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. in order to try and make it so that I have a much better chance of getting the... I should have healed. Getting the sub-hour. I really should have healed. If he goes for another attack, which he shouldn't, but if he does... He can also paralyze. That's another thing. I don't want any of that. Yeah, see, none of that's going to really land. I'm playing a little bit too fast and loose right now. I shouldn't be doing that. Really, once you get to 21, that's when it's a lot easier. So from 21 and on, he starts doing 6 hits. It's either 20 or 21. It's kind of weird in this one because it's based off of your hit percent, which you get a flat additive amount for the black belt, and then once it reaches certain thresholds, that's when you start doing additional hits. It's the same for anybody's weapons, but it's a weird additive measure for the black belt. So, I mean, the damage is just going to continually go up, but the hits won't. But since the damage goes up a little bit per hit, and then when you get to the point where you're adding 2 more hits, your damage just went up by 50%. So, very, very quickly you're one-rounding him. It's like 2 to 3 rounds, and then, oh, I'm here. That's how it goes. And that's what you want. Also, the more often that happens, the better it is. See, I'm already at the point where I'm pretty well 2-rounding him. Or 3, thank you, game. But it gets hairy at the start, as you can see. And if I had had one where I didn't have a death, it would have been a hell of a lot of a better run. I blew it, that was my bad. Now, in theory, at 20, he should start hitting for 6, but I don't see it very often. I think some of his rolls in this seed are just lower. Like, if he hits 5, still hitting for 4. Ah, there's the paralyzed. That's why you gotta stay up on your health, because now I'm entirely waiting on... Please come out of the paralyze so that you can come out and hit him. He's got a lot of turn wastes, and it'll take him now about 1 to 2 turns of hitting me. Okay, but we're good. That is why this gets hairy, because of that paralyze, because he can fast himself, because then another hit could paralyze and also demolish you. Like, oh ho! I'm replaying this one over and over while watching other people's streams, and there's the 6. Been playing this one over and over going, you guys don't realize how lucky you got, because there was a lot of shit in this run that could have just messed everybody up. And the fact that you didn't get messed up by it, I'm impressed. So we're now 2-rounding, maybe 1-rounding. There we go. I think he has 405 hit points, but we know 410 will kill, so there's that. Sub 3 hour. Well, it will definitely be sub 3 hour. So the way that the black belt is built in the original FF is that every level that you go up in, you get, I think, plus 2% to your crit. Just flat crit rate of level times 2. So right now I should be critting 50% of the time. Let's find out. That was a crit. Okay, so... you cap out, like, during the race, he capped out at 33, and that was a really, really fine number. It works out great. You can get to level 50, and you're always critting. That's how it works. It's a little insane like that. Yeah, Zard did get messed up. I mean, that's true. Ah, look, something got through. At least it was that, not the slow, because that would have been crap. What I'm going to do to try and save time, and it's not the safest thing in the world, but what I'm going to do to try and save time is I'm going to cap out at 32. And we're going to go from there. Reason being is I feel a little bit more confident about dodging some of the enemies that you wind up dealing with. Really, the 2 vampire fights, and there's a ghost fight in the Sunken Shrine, where if there's 3 to 4 of them, they're destroying you. It's just what they're gonna do. Either that or a big giant group of Sahags, that are, someone's gonna X for you and another one's gonna pop you with an insta-death or just lay waste to all of your life. Because that's what they do. And they suck. You know what? No, I take it back. I will still go for 33, just so you can see the 33 time. And maybe, with the improvement of not hard resetting prior to Barrage Tower, I can dodge the vampires. No, because I only have to burn 2 fights outside to dodge the vampires, and then I'm clear from the vampires. There's a big, long stretch of no fights. There's an annoying series of a couple of fights on the bridge. It's like back-to-back and then back-to-back fire red hydras. They're not really a threat at that point. Especially since then you've already killed the Lich, you've killed Carrie, you've killed probably some unavoidable fights. There's a wizard fight that I haven't figured out how to try and avoid when going up against the Lich. I do a hard reset prior to going in there because there's a big, long stretch. Like, the entirety of the I'm going across the sea to get to Crescent Lake, that stretch is, imagine that but walking through a dungeon. That's pretty handy. It's very useful for getting past a lot of stupid, annoying enemies that nobody wants to deal with. So there's 31. One of my previous routes, I stopped at 28. I don't know why I came to that number. It was not the best number in the world, and I shouldn't have done it. I mean, you can see the gold split. I had far less time having to stop healing, and also I had a lot less time spent being paralyzed. Oh, come on. Head to bed, don't fall over dead. Someone's got to feed the Hank. Well, Hank's got food. He's got food and water. I made sure of it. I do that, Saturday nights when I get home. By now, my natural defense is also so high that even fasted, these guys are no worry. Carrie is a worry because she can fast herself and she can do about 600 points of damage. You don't want that because I will barely have enough life to be able to survive it. I would not barely have enough life to survive, like, a couple. And I think she also has the paralyze hit, which is the problem there. And here's the last fight. Night, gentlemen! Or the RPer, as I've been calling him. So I've got a 2/3 chance of critting right now, which is what I like. Go ahead and heal up to full. There's going to be another... Oh, no, I was thinking of the previous step count. I'll probably run into something on the way here. There would be an ogre fight, but by now, humorously... Of course, it's unskippable enemies. And they hit really hard. Humorously, there would normally be enemies that were, kicking my ass 10 minutes ago. They'd be running from me. That'll actually go a long ways towards helping out on the levels. Here come the unskippables. What the balls! For those of you unaware, there are fights in this game that are scripted. You cannot run from them, ever. And that sucks, and you don't want to have to deal with it. I should have healed up, but I think I should be fine. She should just get one-shotted. Yeah, she only has like 500 life in this. Oddly enough, so does the Lich. Hey, it's whatever. I don't pretend to understand it. I just know it's a thing. So, we're done with the grind. We stop in here to buy the bottle, because you need the bottle. How am I on potions? I'm still going to use the inn. I just do that so that I can, what was that, 49? So that's 59, 69, hey, 79, 89, and 99. Cool. I still stop at the inn just because, hey, why not? Right, so from here we move on. Oh, they are? Aw, son of a gun. That was one of the ones that I thought was unrunnable. That sucks. I got that one lined up. Oh, I was slightly off. Oh, of course I was. Okay, well, now I know. Alright, and this is the first hard reset of the game. Now, this is where I start running into double-doubles, but a lot of the enemies will immediately run from me. Like that. I still have to deal with the end of combat, but that's fine. I'm not gonna deal with the enemies. And strike first also works great. Double-double. There's a lot of, early on in the step count, there's a lot of fights where you'll get into the fight, and next step, immediately another fight. So, if you're looking back on the previous amounts, this would have been where the wolf fight was prior to the temple, and then there's a decent amount of steps, normally where you're going to get that chest. This is the wrong steps, but that's whatever. And then this would be the Geist fight. And then a little bit after that is the bones. which obviously it's not here in the Lich Cave, it's different enemies, but that's where it would be on the count. Then there's a decent amount of steps, and then you'd find the Crazy Horse fight, but again, there's not Crazy Horses here. But thankfully, the reset here runs me into only one set of unrunnable enemies, that's the wizards. I don't run into any earths, I run into wizards here. Just the once. It sucks, but what are you gonna do? Get out of the way, Bat. Thank you. Oh, come on! I'm not really trying to retain a step count right here, but come on, man. Because G-Worms was one of the fights that I was getting into in the Temple of the Past that I was that I assumed was an unrunnable. I know the Sandworms are. Oh well. Wizards are still, they hit really hard. Not enough for me to go, oh no! It's like 60 to 100 damage. Not pretty. You don't want to try and outpace their damage via leveling. It's just not a viable alternative. But this should be the big long walk. Oh no, it's after this fight. After this is the big long walk. No? Oh, there's the wizards. Okay. This is unskippable. Yes, Shai-Hulud. Thank you, Maudit. Oh. I was supposed to burn off about 20 steps up on the previous floor because I wouldn't have gotten into that fight onto this right here, and then's the big long walk. So now I'm in the big long walk. I don't really or I'm not. What the hell? I know I toyed around it with that before, and it worked out fine, and now I'm in Fight City. What in the ball sack is happening over here? I'm so confused. And I know it's not up, you're supposed to take the down. I took the up. I don't know, it's whatever. And you know, in all the rerouting of this, I never bothered to go and check out what any other chests might have. I never found the Massa Moon. Not that I'd be using it on a black belt that's over level 25. 26, I think it is. But, hey, look at that, I got it, right? Ugh, I'm hemorrhaging time! That's butts. I'm wondering if it was the original step count I was going off of. Am I on the... No, I'm still not on the long walk. When the hell is the long walk, game? No, you do not become a master in this run. You actually... Every time you level up as a master as opposed to a black belt, you get less magic defense, and that's kind of important. So I don't want that to be a thing. I'm good there, thanks. Lich is done. I'm hemorrhaging time again. That sucks, but that gets me another level up. And unlike the last time I did this, yes, me out, I have to go get... I have to learn Leaf Finish, or I could try to sail into the sea. That's whatever. And I would resurrect the Red Mage here, but there's no clinic. The vampire destroyed it. So that sucks. What? No, stop. I resurrect the Red Mage when I go to Gaia to also get the Oxy Ale or Oxy Ale. I think it's Oxy Ale. I always called it Oxy Ale. I don't know why. I just did. It's what I did. What are you going to do about it? And the answer's nothing. You're going to do nothing about it. That's happened to me on a couple of runs where I just completely forgot what the hell it was I was doing and went straight to Leafin and was like, what? Oh no! Yeah, no, you don't want that. That is not a... I totally just left the town. Well, I'm not worried about the step count anymore, so I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Alright, I have to resurrect B. That's another reason why I went for some of the different naming things there. It has to be B. I kept screwing up and resurrecting the Black Mage. I'm like, well, Warp is alright, but that's not what I'm looking for. I wanted the guy that can cast Warp and has more life and can also have the backup heals for the Black Belt. Son of a gun. So from here we go get the cube. I suppose you know this by now, and if you don't know this by now, that's what you do next. And then we don't immediately use the cube. We, last use of the house, and then a cabin just to make sure he's topped off. I usually swap him back, I think, in the volcano, but I'm doing it now. It's whatever. Oh, here's the long walk. That's useful. Yeah, he is unarmed. The only thing he is wearing is a ribbon, And the reason that's not a problem is because normally it would be screwing up your... I think my step count is righted by now. Most of this place I walk through. Normally, if you equip any armor or weapons on the monk, it will recalculate whatever they should have normally and unarmed and unequipped to whatever the gear gives you. So if the gear is much better than what you would have at your level, have the gear on. But the monk blitzes past that so quickly that you don't really need to worry about it. Yeah, ribbon blocks pretty much everything. So it's kind of very, very useful, and now we see the reason why I allow the red mage to. Oh, we got the out of bounds. We got the out of bounds bat. Woo! No, come back here. Nice. Also, he has warp. I allow. See, here's another section where I should have been routing out the step counts, but I was still undecided as to whether or not I wanted to actually be like hard resetting prior to going into the waterfall, which I ultimately decided no. Out of bounds bat, mister, you are correct. But dude, I need to be 4 minutes ahead to have the sub hour. That's what I need. Now then, the reason that I have the red mage, 2 reasons. 1, he's another target. If he dies, oh darn, what a shame. Hopefully not, but he's a target for Kraken, and I would very, very much like it, because Kraken can and will 2-shot me if that winds up coming up. He will, this overpowered black belt will die in 2 hits, because if you know anything about like the speedruns of this game, Kraken is always a very, very, very dangerous person. Also, coming up on this next floor, I'm pretty sure it is the ghost fight, so having someone with AoE is helpful. If I come across the groups of Sahugans, I can lightning. Oh, these guys are also fun. This is another situation of what made me choose it? I don't know, why not? There are large groups of enemies where having someone who can cast Lightning 3 is a very, very, very good thing to have. So I have that. And he has more life than the Black Mage. He could feasibly take a hit or 2. Not against a Great Shark, but that's fine. He'll probably get just destroyed by Kraken. That's what he does. I don't have an issue with it. I would prefer it if he got destroyed by Kraken as opposed to, you know, the Black Belt. I'm not running into the Sahagan fight. That's odd. I figured I should have seen it by now. Here would be the instance of why I keep the Pures in case something like that happens, because I don't want him dead yet. I need him to be able to absorb a hit, so preferably he would be alive. Yeah, there's another long walk through this section. I think this is it, but then there's, I believe, one fight with Waters right before I get to the Kraken. I think so. Apparently it's not going to happen. I'm not sweating that at all. Really, he's just there to take the hit, so I'm going to move him to the front, and then we're going to go ahead and go right on in. And if he can do any sort of extra damage, that would be great. And if Kraken can ignore the Black Belt and go for the Red Mage, that would also be great. Like that. Thank you very much. See, Black Belt ain't exactly got much more in the way of life. That would not have been pretty. Oh, wow. 6 minutes? Sub-hour. Sub-hour might be a thing. Alright. Courtesy save just in case something weird happens. Kraken down. Now we move on. We grab the chime. We go right into the tower. Because of course you do. And this is the big long walk where I should have routed out the encounter skips, but I forgot to. Those guys hit hard too. Yeah, this is not a fun fight. This is a really, really bad fight. Yeah, as you can see, that was a really, really bad fight. Oh, I even thought about saving first. Like, oh, no, I'll be fine. I was not fine. I shouldn't have done it. Well, there's a minute I'm not getting back. I even thought about saving. Like, no, we're fine. We're not fine. I thought the first fight was supposed to be a Tyro. Tyro? I think these guys only give 1 experience, so fighting him is probably not a good idea. Oh, no, they do give a good amount. Okay. On the way down here, Frost Giants cannot be run from, and Zombles cannot be run from. So, I don't want to have to deal with... Wow! Again, he has a ribbon equipped, so the odds of that happening are super low. And it just happened. You can run from Frost Wolves, but if there is a Frost Giant in their midst, you will die. So this is another situation of I should probably go ahead and route out the steps, the skips. And that just means I'm going to have to buy some tents or cabins elsewhere extra at some point in time. I'm pretty sure I have enough money to buy the 3rd round, or maybe just tents when I'm in Pravaka. I don't know. It's, you know, very clearly still a work in progress. I ain't trusting no out of bounds bad, alright? I mean, we'll see. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just plow through like what I did before, and I'm just going to deal with the vampires as they come. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass. Why are enemies not running from me yet? I can't be that low. Did I just hit 36? I really feel like enemies should be running from me at this point. Moderately annoyed by that fact. Oh well. So about a minute lost, yeah. With 2 deaths, no less, actually, so... Routing out skipping those enemies would be big. I really should do that. And I don't want to do that walk again, so we're gonna do that. Well, you'll see the vampires when I get there, brother. You'll see it. I mean, they're all hitting me, not as hard as the Anklos, but there was only 4 Anklos, and that's the absolute maximum that I can get on them. Vampires, I'll see like 4 and then 5. It'll be like, why is this happening? Yeah, enemies aren't running from me. I'm not a fan of this. So, actually, I will skip the vampire fights by grabbing a couple of fights out here in the desert. Also, Tyros hit pretty hard, too. I know we're all surprised by that fact. Alright, so... Hang on. Oop. Alright, so... a couple of fights we have to burn out here. I probably should actually be fighting, but it's whatever. Alright, and now we march right on in. I think this gets me to the point where enemies should start running from me. I think it's 37. Yeah, I hit harder than Tyros. Damn right I do, and don't you forget it. Normally I'd be getting into vampires right about now on this floor. Here we go. Alright, now enemies are running from me. See, that's what you want to see. Cool. I'm fine with this. Catman! Na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Catman! Na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Catman! 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 Tell you what, if for some odd reason I do wind up rolling up on Warmech, I will fight him. Because, I mean, he's there. I gotta, right? It's like, hey, look, here's Warmech. Let's go punch him in the face. You gotta punch Warmech in the face, right? It's the law. So, that's one of the big long walks. These guys suck. Next boss, I think, will give me enough to level up. Did I enjoy it? It was alright. I kind of blew a lot of the run, but it happens. What are you gonna do? Hi, I'm a blue dragon. Yeah, that's cool. I'm a blue, you're dead. Oh, that's not enough to get the level. Well, shit. He ain't gonna vaporize shit. He gonna get vaporized by my fucking fists. That's what's gonna happen. He shows up, he gonna die. That's all gonna happen. See, bad men aren't running from me either, but then again, I don't think I've ever seen bad men run from me. Like, Medusas can feasibly turn me to stone, but again, it's that super, super low chance. I'm really thinking I skipped a fight somewhere, because I feel like I should be at a higher level so that things are running from me more often. I mean, hey, whatever. Okay, so skipping the vampires, that's big. I'm fine with skipping the vampires. I have no issues with that. God und Sentry! Ja! Oh, you punched me in the face, I run away. I'm glad this is a chance to go first, because that is a full screen of enemies. Alright, so, am I gonna get the double-doubles on, the reds? Well, there's the red. At least I got the first strike. There's the air. I think there's another first strike. Or, first strike. Another immediate. No, there isn't another immediate. Well, I'll be darned. Okay. I'm gonna go to nearly full, and then we're gonna go ahead and fight. We're gonna go. And there's not really much that Tiamat's gonna be able to do in this fight. Just, he hits pretty hard, but he doesn't do enough to kill like that. Clearly. And then he'll use like a couple of other spells like that, but again, they're not doing a huge amount. If I was a master right now, he would have significantly lower magic resist. The black belt would. So he would actually be getting hurt like a lot by those spells and things like that. Beautiful. That gets me to the 9s. I don't need the full stack of the 9s, but it's good to have. I like having. That way I can just buy 299, which I don't even remember how many it is. If I need 4 stacks. 4 stacks in one house, or one whatever. I think the house... Yeah, the house is the quicker one to purchase, so I buy that one. Yay! And I just use that outside of the Temple of Fiends. So, 1, oops, 2, 3, and I'm not going to hard reset prior to the Temple of Fiends, because I'm curious as to where this step route will wind up taking me. So we're going to find out right here. So let's do this. Alright, off we go, kids. So, Temple of Fiends. Here's an unrunnable. I know this is unrunnable. It's a damn worm. What are you gonna do? Also, one of these times, and Meow was there the last time, how he saw they'd keep giving me 0 experience, and I'd level up. Oh, this is a great step route right here. Oh, I love this. I'm loving every second of this already. Because again, those guys can't be run from. But no experience, but I level up. Well, when I get to 41, I'll be doing even more hits, which means that they'll all be getting bodied even faster. I should probably heal. That's fine. Can you run from the... Oh, you can't run from the gas. You can't run from these guys. That was smart. Okay. So they hit kind of hard, but at least their special abilities aren't really going to be able to do anything. Only 4 hits, man! Come on! Oh, he has Toxic. Great. Toxic is what the creeps have that will destroy you in the early game. Don't want anything to do with that. No thank you. But it's a turn waste, so I can at least just destroy them. Oh, look at that! I got level up! Right, definitely need to start healing. Oh, I did have a spare cabin. Oh, right, I didn't want to use... I don't use that last cabin because this way the heal potions are right there. It's up and heal. How many ribbons are in the game? 3. There are only 3. The reason that's important is that means 1 member of your party SOL. But you want to get those 3 and then have the 4th person be somebody who, I guess... Well, have 1 of the 3 people be somebody who can res. Or have softs if they get turned to stone. Something like that. You definitely need to have your hands on one of those. That's a thing that you're definitely going to want to have. Because 3 of the 4 people are going to be able to avoid most of the death. And, like, you can have pro ring, so at least they'll be able to avoid the auto death. You know, to whatever degree it's actually going to provide you. It's not a flat null and void, you can't be hit with death attacks. As we've seen, I've still been hit by them sometimes. You know what, I kind of like the step count so far. Unless this is the one that brings me up against the Earths right before Lich, because that was crap. Still no. I'm fine with that. Not even concerned about Lich. He's a non-issue, and he's dead. That was hard. 10 hits. 10 hits and an 84% chance for it to be double damage due to crit. And then off of carry, I'll probably grab another level up, which gets me to... crap. Are these runnable? I mean, if I don't run from this, then no. Oh, okay, so I can run from them. I thought these were unrunnable. We already had this conversation, didn't we? Because I was confusing them with just the worms, right? Yes? I should heal, just in case fires decide to show up. Downside to having a guy with all of the hit points forever, takes a lot of potions to heal him up. That's fine. It's whatever. Hey, you guys want to keep throwing runnable fights at me, that's cool. It's just like, in this seed, there's a ribbon, which is pretty much the one thing that he is going to need for the entirety of this run. Just period. It's right next to the crown, which is on the way to the rod, and then and it's right after you've gotten the airship, so you immediately head to Astos. It's ridiculous. Imagine how much faster this would be if I'd successfully routed out. Damn it! Ah! Water. You can't run from water. Only elemental you can run from is air, and that ain't air. And there's 5 of them. It's 5 turns of fighting these chuckleheads. That's bunk. I don't like this. This is stupid. Every part of this is dumb. Damn waters. In any randomizer race, you don't want to see the waters. Because you can't run from them. Look at that. I got a bracer as my level up. I like it. In case that happens again. The final floor of this place, you know, the one with chaos, you can't get into fights. There are no more fights to be had outside of chaos. So the last thing that you want to see is worms, like the step before the staircase going to Chaos's floor, because that's just mean. That's the game giving you the business. Oh, come on, there's 6! Oh! I don't like this one at all. This is... Oh, I should have hard reset. I should have hard reset. It was not this bad. I'm not going to sub-hour. I'm blaming the waters. What's the vape of choice? It is... Creme de la Custard. Is what it is called. And... Thank you for the auto-host, Ephraim. Erifram. I keep doing that. I keep doing that. That was my bad. I'm sorry. At least the last 2 to 3 bosses here are gonna get destroyed in 1 to 2 hits. I mean, yeah, I'm at 45. This would be why I get all of the heal potions. You kinda have to. It would be less worrisome if I'd actually routed out, you know, a better step count at some point of time. I guess. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm sorry that I let the out-of-bounds bat down, okay? I didn't mean to. I didn't want to. One of them actually landed expert. That's crap. At least that fight's over now. Oh no, he has Fire 3. I mean, there's a possibility that I could plow through... Oh, not with the level ups. Okay. Come on, man. I gotta be able to get through here, and then 2 Tiamat. Oh, shit, there's a... I tried to run from a... Yeah, you can't run from a fight. It's got the... Oh, it let me run from a fight with zombie dragons. That's not supposed to be a thing. How is that a thing? That wasn't supposed to be a thing. Can you not run from rock goals? I think they're the one you can't run from. No, you can run from them too. Okay, well, here's Tiamat. Wow, this Tiamat hits hella hard. That was not cool. Alright, 47. What do you want to bet? Yes. There went the sub hour. See, I did not know that. I thought it was just, zombie Ds. Just in general. Although now, in retrospect, I think about it, that doesn't make as much sense because I didn't need to heal that much. Chaos is just gonna... Oh, well, I guess it's a good thing I did heal this much because there's still another fight. Okay, so here's the last floor. We don't really need to sweat any of this. We just roll up on Chaos and then we kick his ass. Off we go. Off to the races. Ooga chaga, ooga ooga. I hooked on a feeling. How much did I miss it by? How much did I miss it by? Oh, wow, he's got more life than I thought he did. 41! Ah! It was the deaths on the way to the chime. Well, that and the frickin' Chaos Temple was balls. I had a better run, I think. Well, yeah, a better run by a minute 12 earlier today when I hard reset prior to going in. So, that's to be expected, that's to be expected. Better time, better time. I think I needed to run from that first group. That's fine. I had the death on the grind, too. That's fine. It happens. 20 seconds, 41 seconds. Save the time, but then Kraken. I don't remember what happened during that one, but whatever. Death on the way to the chime. Tiamat where I skipped the vampires, but oh well, whatever. And then I should have done a hard reset prior to the Chaos Temple. That's it. There you go. Very possible it could be sub an hour. So it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick category, but what I need to do is, where would I be doing the hard resets and then route those step counts? I would imagine, really the only other steps at that point are to the waterfall, from the waterfall to the sea shrine, from the sea shrine to the airship, and then to and from the chime. Oh, and then to and from the tower. That's pretty much it. Those are the only ones. And I do wind up a little bit lower on levels because things weren't running from me, but I would imagine that's not as huge a problem as rolling up on something and punching it in the face. I don't think it's going to be a matter of I'm not as leveled up, especially for, like, Kraken, because I'll put the red mage in front, he can throw some lightning, and then he'll die, and then I'll punch him in the face. It's not safe, because if he chooses to punch the black belt in the face, he could die. More often than not, he will survive the one hit. So really, I got like 2 to 3 shots of the black belt not getting destroyed. Yeah. I'll cut this one. Who's Jane? I don't remember who Jane is. Who is Jane? I mean, you know Sarah. Matoya, obviously. Isn't Jane one of the mermaids? I want to say Jane is one of the mermaids. I'm going to look that up now. Also, I keep forgetting a couple of the combat skips earlier in the run. At least I was able to remember them. Queen Jane is a minor character from the original Final Fantasy. She acts as the Queen of Cornelia and is the mother of Princess Sarah and her sister. After Sarah is kidnapped by Garland, she confines herself within her chambers in a deep depression. Fortunately, the Warriors of Light save her eldest daughter, and Queen Jane is once again able to rule her king happily. I don't remember this person. And then the dancer's named Arilon. I remember that one. Bick the pirate, yar! Good old Chaos. Oh, Daryl is the mermaid who grew legs. Yeah, right. Garland, Jane, Queen of Cornelia, Sarah's mother. Jim is the dwarf who's investigating the world. Carrie, we know. Cope. A man in Onrak who saw a robot fall to Earth. That guy's name? He has a name, and it's Cope? K-O-P-E. Alright. K-O-P-E. I can't even spell. Lucan, Khan, we know him. Matoya, Narek, the dwarf with the TNT, that crazy son of a gun. Sarda with the rods. Smith is the dwarven blacksmith who makes Excalibur. Tiamat, Titan, Underhill? Oh, the Caravan Master. That guy has a name. It's Underhill. Now we know. And finally, Dr. Un. So, okay. So, yes, Arya, who has her own track of music, which is very nice. Alright, so, there is your FF1 rando, although no longer rando because I routed a fair amount of it. There's still more work to be done that'll save a lot of time. I think what I'll wind up doing is do a hard reset prior to Mirage Tower, and then take those 2 fights in the desert for 2 extra levels. And then just house, and then move on into the place, or potions, or whatever. So, yeah. That's all I got. That's it for me. I'm gonna go to bed. I hope that's alright. I hope you like this,